I ran into an interesting problem while trying to uh, or get ready to 3D print my keyboard switch plate that you can see here. This is in FreeCAD, and I modeled this switch mounting plate to fit on top of the circuit board that I recently designed in KiCad and had manufactured by JLC PCB. I did an unboxing video of this recently. Any rate, so I went through great pains to model this switch plate, and after I finally got everything working to where I thought it was good to go, I exported my STL file and opened it up in Ultimaker CURA, uh, and then sliced it as I normally would. And here's the preview view of what the slicer came up with. And what's really interesting is that it added something that wasn't in the original model, and I couldn't figure out why. Um, Right now it's previewing layer one, which is actually the raft that the final print will be put on top of. I found that with my printer, printing a raft first really makes a big difference on what kind of build plate adhesion I get, and also prevents warpage from things cooling off at different rates. So here's layer one. This is just the first layer of the raft. Layer two is the second layer of the raft. Three is still the raft. Four, five. So five is the first layer of starting to put down support material for the actual key switch mounting plate. Layer six. Layer seven, we actually start putting down the first layer of the actual keyboard switch plate. And you can see that already there are support, the diamond shaped support material being put down inside the holes of the mounting plate where the key switches would go, which already made me wonder why that was happening. So go up to layer 8. Everything's still looking okay. Layer 9, layer 10, layer 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. And this is where things go wonky. What the heck? I saw this and I thought, okay, where's this coming from? I combed through the different settings. I went on the forums. I tried to see why this layer covering all of my intended openings was being created. It wasn't in my original model. In fact, if I go here to the prepare view, you can see there everything looks normal, and it looks the same in FreeCAD. These are open holes. So where's that layer coming from? So, at any rate, I found out in another post that it may have been how FreeCAD generated the STL file. So the recommendation was to go into the mesh workbench, which is right here, mesh design. And from that workbench, I was able to, or the instructions said to basically create a mesh from shape, which I did. And by doing that, creating this meshed uh, model, then I was able to export that uh, and and that's done right up here. Excuse me, export mesh. to a file. Then when I use the exported version, going back into Cura here, if I go to clear the build plate and now import that model, then let's see here, I need to flip this guy around and see if this will work. No, it doesn't work. So let's move this around here. I printed upside down to reduce on the amount of support material needed. And so now, if I slice this and preview it, you can see here we get, so layer 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 2, 3, and all the way up to layer 31, and it works out fine. So I hope this little bit of headache for me helps somebody else out and prevents you from beating your head against the wall as long as I did. Take care.